Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it is time for a return, long overdue return, to the world of Pokemon TCG Online. As you can see, it's currently been updated with the Ultra Prism expansion. Now, it does say in the shop February 2nd. This is actually, although the day you're watching this is February 2nd, it's February 1st as I record this. I won't have time to record a release day video footage thing in time to have it up on release day, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to see what I can do to have it up on Saturday instead, February 3rd, for my, it's still going to be like, my first day of Ultra Prism. And I'll do the usual kind of thing where I get myself 10 booster packs, assemble a deck using just those cards, all that good stuff. But for the time being, just to tide you over, try to get back into the sync of, in sync, there we go, of our Pokemon TCG Online footage. We got a deck that I've had for a while. I haven't really shown it off yet. I've done it in some of the, or I've used it in some of our live streams. This one here, the Beautiful Beast deck, as I'm calling it. It's going to feature one of the current Ultra Beasts from the Crimson Invasion expansion. Not technically, because as you'll see, I'm going to expand the view here. The Ultra Beast is Pheromosa-GX, good old UB-02 beauty right here. Technically not from the Crimson Invasion set. It is a promo that was available in one of two Ultra Beast collection boxes. I think they were premium collections. You get two Ultra Beasts, you get a full supersized card. You get, what was that? I think 6 booster packs, a coin, good stuff, basically. So, I do have this deck assembled. I've got 3 Pheromosa-GX. Let's take a look at this Pokemon right here. Grass type with 170 HP. The attack of Fast Raid for 1 grass does 30. If you go first, you can use this attack on your first turn. Very rare to get to attack on the first turn of the game, but it's kind of funny. Cards like this, if you were to play them years back before this new rule of you can't attack on the first turn, or the player can't attack on their first turn if they're going first, that would not make any sense. Because back in the old days, you could attack on the first turn. But anyway, that's all just random jibber-jabber. Cruel Spike does 60 for 2 grass energy, and the opponent's active Pokemon is now confused, and Beauty-GX, the GX attack, 50 times. The attack does 50 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Of course, the Ultra Beasts are all about prize card manipulation and making use of those. I've got 3 of these Pheromosa-GX in the deck, so since we can attack on the first turn, there's a chance we could shut down some Pokemon before they even have a chance to power up. So, I'm going to combine this with Fomantis and more specifically Lurantis, a special promo card which I think was available in certain blister packs. The ability of Sunny Day. The attacks of your grass Pokemon and fire Pokemon do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before we can send resistance. So, if we can get this into play on turn 1, which is going to be hard, but I'll explain that in a little bit, we can be doing, excuse me, we can be choking up a little bit, but we could be doing 50 damage with the Fast Raid. Combine that with maybe a tool card that adds more damage, maybe weakness could come into play. You can do a lot of damage with just 1 energy. Now, of course, this is all very, what would you call it? Circumstantial, I guess, or what's the actual term? Situational, I think. You need to get all the right cards in your first hand to really make good use of this idea that I have here. But even if I can't use the Fast Raid the way I want to, we still got some good power with the 2 Sunny Days in play. We've got 2 Lurantis, 3 Fomantis. Each of the Lurantis will add that 20 damage, so that could be 40 more power to all of my grass and fire Pokemon's attacks. I could be doing 100 with Cruel Spike, for example. I could be doing 70 with Fast Raid. Now, just to sort of make use of the fact that fire and fire Pokemon can do more damage, I thought, let's just get a fire and fire type. We have the dual type Volcarona from Steam Siege, I believe that was. For 1 grass energy, Shimmering Scales does 20, or it'd be doing 60 with 2 of those Lurantis in play. I like attacks like this too. Flip a coin. If heads, the opponent's active Pokemon is confused, but if tails, normally nothing would happen. But in this case, it paralyzes. So no matter what coin side you flip, you're doing something special with that Shimmering Scales. And then Power Hurricane does 120, discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. I'm not that interested in Power Hurricane. Don't want to lose my energy if I can help it. Now, it'd be nice, since this is grass and fire, if each type gained plus 20 thanks to Lurantis. That's not how it works, though. It is essentially, it's considered 1 Pokemon, despite being 2 types. So it is a fire Pokemon and a grass Pokemon. But being just a single Pokemon means it gains 20 boosts, or 20 power boosted from each of the Lurantis. It is shiny, though, if you look at the colors. A shiny Volcarona. 2 of these in the deck. I got 2 Larvesta. Did not even remember the name one little bit. But that's going to be round out the Pokemon at 12 Pokemon. Scrolling down to the energy, you see just 10 basic grass energy. That's all we really need for this deck. Nothing special that we really need to make use of. Alright, into the trainer cards we go. I've got 2 Evo Sodas to evolve Pokemon up, which cannot be used on the first turn that you have a Pokemon in play, of course, so that's not going to help us get our Lurantis in play. We've got 2 Field Blowers to get rid of the opposing tools, opposing stadiums, good stuff like that. 2 Nest Balls to get a basic Pokemon from the deck, put it right onto the bench immediately. 2 Professor's Letters to search the deck for any 2 basic energy cards, this case being Grass, of course. We have 4 Puzzles of Time, my favorite replacement for Versus Seeker as things are in the standard format. Play 1 Puzzle of Time card at a time to look at the top 3 cards of the deck and rearrange them. But if you play 2 at a time, which you are allowed to do, you get to take 2 cards from the discard pile and bring them back into hand. I love it. We got 2 random receivers. I can say Versus Seekers. No, they're not standard. 2 random receivers. Oh, by the way, this is a standard deck. All my decks are standard, just so you know. 2 random receivers. Reveal cards from the top of the deck till you find your first supporter and take it. Shuffle the rest cards back in. If we lose any of our grass Pokemon, we do have the Revitalizer. Put 2 grass Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. That could also help with our Ultra Balls, which you'll see in a moment there. 2 Super Rods. Choose 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy from the discard pile and shuffle them back into your deck. Getting back some very essential cards. A couple switch cards as well, because we have kind of a hefty retreat cost on our Larvesta. And even Pheromosa-GX, well, it only has 1, I guess. But if we can save the energy instead of having to discard for retreating, we're going to go with that. 2 Ultra Balls. Discard 2 cards from hand, search your deck for any Pokemon, and take it. Very useful stuff. We got, okay, this is interesting, a Stadium of Aether Paradise Conservation Area. First of all, possibly the biggest name for a stadium that I've seen in quite some time. But basic grass Pokemon and basic lightning Pokemon, both sides, take 30 less damage from the opponent's attacks. That also counts if you're on the bench, too, which is interesting. I didn't note that, but yeah, so if we're going to be getting Pheromosa-GX in play, immediately the stadium in play, we take 30 less damage. It's like, what's that new one? Ancient Crystal, the tool that attaches to any of the Reggie Quartet and reduces damage to them. But that counts for all your basic grass and lightning. Could hurt us, of course, if the opponent has basic lightning Pokemon, but we could, of course, Field Blower our own stadium away. Sounds crazy, but it could work. Now, I've got a Bridget in here. Search your deck for 3 basic Pokemon, except for Pokemon EX, which we're not using, and put them right onto the bench. So 3 Nest Balls in 1 supporter card. Every deck's going to have 1 Guzma in the deck now. I used to say that for Lysandre, but Guzma is the standard boy. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, so you choose their benched one, and if you do that, switch your active with one of your benched. So you get to choose both benched Pokemon that come up to the active spot. We've got the Full Art Olivia here in the deck. Search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon GX, Pheromosa-GX in this case, reveal them and put them into your hand, and then shuffle your deck afterwards. A Full Art Pokemon Center Lady. Why am I mentioning it as a Full Art? I don't know. Do I have a Full Art Guzma? I don't think I got a Full Art Guzma. I'm going to take a quick look in a moment, but we've also got, okay, Pokemon Center Lady, heal 30 damage. No, heal 60 damage, twice as good. And remove all special conditions from one of your Pokemon. Got a couple of Professor Kukuis to draw 2 cards, and during this turn, you do 20 more damage with your attack. So that could also power up the Fast Raid if we get this guy on our first turn. And we have 2 Skylas. Search your deck for any trainer card, reveal it, and take it. Shuffle your deck afterwards. So find any... I could find a supporter, but I couldn't play it the same turn as I played Skyla, of course. But I can get an item, I can get a tool, or a stadium, and make use of that immediately. Now, here is what we're going to try to make use of as far as getting Lurantis in play on turn 1. It is Wally. A stadium that would work really well with this deck would be the Forest of Giant Plants. First of all, it is no longer standard because it's been rotated out of the format, but it is also banned from expanded play because it's just too powerful. You can see why. With this setup that I have, you could do a lot of damage on turn 1 with your Pheromosa-GX, but Wally can still get around that. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon, except EXs, and put it onto that Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. You can use this card during your first turn, or on a Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So, the ideal setup would be start off with Pheromosa-GX, a Grass Energy in hand, Fomantis on the bench, and Wally. Also maybe one of our tool cards, which I'll talk about in just a second. Max out as much power as you can with your Fast Raid, and see if you can get a 1-turn knockout. Could, possibly shut down the opponent if they have no bench Pokemon. Not likely to happen, but it's going to be something we're going to try for. Now, the last cards are these 2 tools. We got 2 Choice Bands. The attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to the opponent's active GX or EX. Could come in handy. A lot of Pokemon trainers out there like to use those EXs and GXs these days. But in case we're fighting regular Pokemon, non-EX or GX, we do have the Fighting Fury Belt. We add 40 HP to the basic Pokemon that's holding this, and they do 10 more damage with their attacks. course, Pheromosa-GX is going to be our main attacker, so Fighting Fury Belt could be a way to go, bringing it up to, I think, 210 for HP. Just doing basic 40 with the Fast Raid, or 70 with the Cool Spike, not even counting Lurantis' help with the Sunny Day. That is going to be our deck for the beautiful beast of Pheromosa-GX. We have 12 Pokemon, 38 trainers, and 10... I almost said 12 again. 12 Pokemon, 38 trainers, 10 energy cards. Alright, let's jump into the Versus Ladder. Now, this is the Ultra Prism update, as you can see. Gyarados-GX is a Versus Ladder reward. Nice. So let's go ahead and go into our standard format. We're going to get Beautiful Beast. Let's see what we can do. Now, a lot of you folks that have been involved in the live streams, you've probably seen this deck already in action. But now let's see what some unsuspecting random trainers online might have in response to this. Lair Mana, first opponent, losing our coin flip. Do we go first? Because I kind of want to go first so I can use Fast Raid at least to hit them. Well, they have no basics. We have not the best basic. Would you go, man? There we go. Larvesta is active. We have Switch. We have Ultra Ball. They got 1 mulligan. They got 2 mulligans. They got 3 mulligans. Receive. Nice. Secret Rare. Aqua Pack. We have Full Art Guzma. Oh, I didn't check if I had one. I don't think I do. I think I was offering up some cards for trade to see if I can get a Full Art Guzma. Could trade it for something else somebody wanted. That I could trade for Xurkitree-GX, but none of that went through. So I don't think I got that Full Art Guzma after all. Alright, so they're starting off. I'm not going to take any. You know me, I like the challenge. We have a Glaceon-EX, which is immune to evolve Pokemon damage. That's not going to affect me in any way because, well, it would for if we're going to use the Volcarona. But we're going to be trying to make use of the Pheromosa, of course. Okay, so I can't use this. I don't have any water or fighting Pokemon. If I could get some energy, that would be great, but that's not going to happen. So let us play Olivia. I'm going to get a couple of Pheromosa-GX out of the deck. I will drop them down. I'm not going to attach the Choice Band just yet, because if they have a Field Blower, they can get rid of it. So I'm going to hang on to it as my little secret weapon. I guess I will Ultra Ball. What do I want to get rid of? I want to get rid of the Puzzle of Time. That could be useful. I'll get rid of this Volcarona and Wally. I mean, I would like to keep them, but I can get them back with another Puzzle of Time. Let's grab Fomantis. Put that to the bench here. What I'm trying to do, thin out my deck a little bit to maximize my chance of getting energy. Which I've just done. Professor's Letter, Revitalizer, and Guzma. All good. The only thing I really need to worry about is that top card, because once I play the Professor's Letter, then of course I'm going to have to shuffle up the deck again. So the other 2 cards are going to be randomized. Alright, we have a Seadra in play on the bench there. Glaceon-EX going to get powered up again here. We have the second bite can do 20, which is not going to really hurt us that much. It would do even more next. Oh, they don't have energy. Interesting. So let's go ahead. Professor's Letter. We'll grab 2 basic grass energy. I will throw 1 to one of our Pheromosa-GX. I'm not going to switch. Bring up that Pheromosa-GX. Throw a Choice Band onto it so we can do 60 damage with our Fast Raid. Not bad. Okay. So, what can they go for now? They might just be leaving the Glaceon to take hits, too. You normally don't want to lose a Pokemon EX in that sense, but they do have usually a lot better HP than other Pokemon, so giving up 2 prizes while I get stuff set up on the bench might not be the worst thing to do. We've got a Gyarados-GX in play. Oh, now you can use the Crystal Ray, which does not affect our Pokemon. Of course, it is blocking damage from evolved Pokemon. We're a basic. But you can't hit me for 70, of course. Okay, so we have 110 remaining. I could confuse you and do 90. That might be the best way to play this. I'm going to throw an energy onto the Pheromosa-GX I'm going to Cruel Spike for 90. And Confuse. So if you try to attack, you might knock yourself out. In fact, feel free to knock yourself out. I'll accept that. I was debating, do I want to use this deck or show off the Silvally-GX before the Ultra Prism comes out? I decided I'm going to show off Silvally-GX later because I do have an option to add in new memory cards because there are Fire Memory and Electric Memory cards in the, or no, Lightning Memory, I'm sorry. Oh, you got free retreat costs now. Nice. Not bad. But yeah, so 2 new memory cards being added in Ultra Prism, so my Silvally-GX deck can be made even more versatile. Okay, there's the retreat. Gyarados comes up. Does it go for the GX attack? Discard an energy from each of your opponent's Pokemon. I'm not fond of that, but you need an energy to be able to hit me with that. Do you have? No, you don't. And Professor Kukui. Alright. Let's play him and grab ourselves. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to do 20 more damage, but I'm going to do even more. Let's grab ourselves a Fomantis. Sorry, a Lurantis. I always get those 2 names mixed up. So I'm going to do a lot of damage right here. Check this out. I'm going to go for the Cruel Spike. I didn't even do the math. We're doing 130 and confusing this thing. So next turn, another Cruel Spike does 60, plus 30 more, so 90, plus 20 more. Another 110 if I did the math right. That's a knockout on this Gyarados-GX. I almost said EX. Do they have the energy needed to retreat this thing? Because with the Manaphy EX in play, of course, with Aqua Tube ability, each Pokemon of theirs that has any water energy attached has no retreat cost, so they can simply just pull it back to the bench. Pheromosa-GX is tearing through these water types quite nicely. What else can you do? You can't really power up your waterfall quickly enough. Dreadstorm-GX. Oh, N! Yes! I'll take 6 more cards. Thank you. Much appreciated. Got some energy, got Revitalizer, got a Nest Ball. We got some good stuff. Alright, but they have a Kingdra in play. They can hit me for 90 with Brine. Tornado Shot can do a fair amount as well. I don't have my, what is it, Aether Paradise Conservation Area. I would have liked to have that. Alright, Volcarona is in the discard pile. I could Revitalizer it. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to put an energy to this Pheromosa. I'm going to Nest Ball for another Fomantis. Next turn I can play the Evo Soda to get another Lurantis in play. There's not much else I can play right now. Do I want to shuffle back anything? I only got the Volcarona in the discard pile. So let's just go ahead and Cruel Spike, which I do believe is the KO. First 2 prizes being taken. Not bad. Fighting Fury Belt and a Super Rod. Now, if they do knock out Pheromosa-GX, I've got the Revitalizer. I can simply just bring it right back into hand if I really want to. Alright, so they do send up their Glaceon-EX, which is smart because they do have that free retreat cost with the water energy attached. If I could get Guzma, that would be awesome. I could destroy this Manaphy with the super effective damage of the, of course, Grass Weakness. What do we got over here? We got a Rainbow Rare Gyarados-GX powering up with a double Colorless. Go ahead. Hit me. I want you to hit me with Crystal Ray. Actually, second bite. Is that enough? Not quite. 10 hit points away from getting taken out there. Alright, so we're going to Evo Soda into another Lurantis, adding even more power. I will throw a Grass Energy onto Pheromosa-GX. I might as well... I don't really need to use the Volcarona, I don't think. I'm just going to go ahead and go for the knockout of Fast Rage. I was going to go light on that attack. That still did 100 with all these power-ups that I have in play. I can't help it. My guys are just so strong. This is the power of the Ultra Beasts. With 1 water energy, they can waterfall for 70. Aqua Patch, adding a water energy to from the discard pile to a bench Pokemon, going to be the Kingdra. Okay. And there's the knockout. So they can hit me for 70. What can this one do? The Draconic Disaster, it can do 200. So here's what we're going to do in this case. I'm going to throw a Fighting Fury Belt onto our Pheromosa-GX here. I'm going to Revitalize her, bring back the Volcarona and Pheromosa-GX. We'll evolve our Larvesta into Volcarona, we'll drop. Let's put the other one down. Put an energy onto this Pheromosa-GX. We're going to shuffle back 3 of the grass energy, or 2 grass energies. I thought there was more. And now let's play Random Receiver and see what we happen to find. Skyla. Not bad. Let's play Skyla. Let's give ourselves a Professor's Letter. Get even more basic energy. So we start powering up the other Pheromosa-GX. Go for a couple of these grass energy. I'm going to play Puzzle. So I want to play Puzzle of Time. I'm going to do it. Let's see what we get off the top here. Basic grass energy. Kind of not what I wanted to find, but I'll just put them at the top. If I really want to, I can shuffle the deck up again once in. I can play the Super Rod, randomize everything once again. But let's go for the Cruel Spike. I could do Beauty-GX for 150. I'll go for the Cruel Spike to get the Confusion. 110. So, not quite a knockout with one more hit from that. But, like I said, Beauty-GX does 50 times the amount of prizes they've taken. So, it'll be 100, 10 more from the belt, and 40 more from the Tularantis. So, 150 total. Of course, if Gyarados hurts itself, we just simply go for the Cruel Spike once again. There's the retreat. Okay, so they're going to go for the Tornado Shot, I'm sure, of 90. It's weak to grass, too. Nice. So 90 to the active and 30 to a bench, I believe. Trying to hurt my Pheromosa-GXs, are you? That's not very nice. Let us put this onto Pheromosa-GX here. And I'll just go for 60, 100, 110. Yeah, this is a knockout. Goodbye. And down goes the Kingdra. 1 prize remains for us to take. Field Blower. Now, could you imagine if I did have the Aether Paradise Conservation Area Stadium in play? I'd be taking way less damage. I believe that would also help the bench Pokemon, so the Tornado Shot would not even have done anything to us, which I would have appreciated. Okay. Timer Ball. What are they going to get? Another Seadra. Looks like, oh, they got options. They got 2 heads off of that. Not bad. Now, if they have a double colorless... Actually, no, never mind. No, wait. Waterfall is not enough to knock us out. Shauna. Alright, what do we find? Getting their hand shuffled up, getting 5 more cards. They have to realize they're pretty much done, bro. There ain't too much more that they can do to get out of this. They are at 130 HP remaining. Even if we have to bring the other Pheromosa up from the bench, we're still doing. But we'll be doing 200 with... Ooh, nice Aqua Patch. 200 with the Beauty-GX because they'd be taking 4 prizes at that point. Hitting them pretty hard. We see the Draconic Disaster. No, we don't. Okay. Interesting maneuver. Would have hoped for a Guzma, but we did not get it. What do you think? I'll just put this out of the Volcarona just to get it ready. So I can do 150 if I use the Beauty-GX right now. I'll just go for the Confusion though. Cruel Spike. I kind of want them to knock out one of my Pokemon so that they can take 2 more prizes and I can hit even harder with the Beauty-GX. If they have another Kingdra though, this could really be bad for us. They could hit 90 to the active, hurt the bench even more. Nope, they're just going for their nice, powerful Draconic Disaster, it looks like. And that seals the game. As our Pheromosa comes up, we go for the Beauty-GX. You ain't taking that one. We're doing 200 base damage, not even counting Tularantis power-ups. The GX attack wins the match. 240 damage being done. There's our conservation area. I got it. So that is Beauty-GX, but I kind of want to play another one. It's been so long since I did a video for Pokemon TCG Online. I want to show off a little bit more. We get ourselves a nice, mysterious 25 tokens. Cool stuff. Oh, I didn't even realize it's one of our challenges here. I want to play this deck some more now. Alright, MVP was, of course, Pheromosa-GX. Now, another 25 tokens for that. I like this. I don't know if I actually talked about this before, but I like the ladder style, you know, versus reward system. I just got 50 tokens for winning that match, and look at this, I almost got a collection box here too. Let's go for another battle using our Pheromosa-GX. Now, we did have type advantage on some of those Pokemon. I wonder if we'll fight anything that has, or anyone has a fire type deck, which would put us to the challenge. There we go. Psychic and Colorless, J. Alex N202. Let's call for the head side of the coin. Let's get that head side. We're not going to get the head side. The opponent gets to choose. Let us go first. I want a fast raid. Oh well. And we mulligan too. No. This is the worst possible setup. How many mulligans do we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Alright. So they don't even know we have Pheromosa-GX yet. Okay. I would like to find a Wally. Ooh, I don't like to see this Tauros. What I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let them damage this active Pheromosa-GX. I'm going to Professor's Letter. Get 2 basic grass energy. I'm going to Ultra Ball. Drop these 2 in the discard pile and get myself a Fomantis. So I gotta start getting some more damage prepared to hurt this thing really bad. Now, I see a Mewtwo-GX also on their bench. Interesting. I'll add this to the bench Pheromosa-GX. Kinda want a Puzzle of Time. Let's see what the top 3 cards are looking like. We've got Wally, we've got Evo Soda. I'll save the Wally for later because, of course, we can't evolve till next turn anyway, so Fomantis will have been in play for 1 full turn, which means that we don't even need to use the Wally. The special aspect of Wally. Evo Soda is going to do the trick. Go ahead. Horn Attack. Do some damage. Glaceon. They search their 6 prizes, choose a card, place Glaceon in there and shuffle them all back together. Interesting. 60 damage. Going to take 2 more of those before you bring us down. It's now Evo Soda up into our Lurantis. So I'm thinking when they knock out Pheromosa-GX, they take 2 prizes. My Beauty-GX will do 100, plus 20 more, plus I could do 30 more, so I could do 50. I'm sorry, 150. Ooh, Ninja Boy. And we didn't even take note of this, but there's a Trubbish. Can we overcome the Ninja Boy Tauros-GX shenaniganery featuring Garbotoxin Garbodor? Or it might actually be Trashalanche Garbodor. You really knows. Random receiver. Who do we find to help us out? Skyla. I like the Skyla. What do we want to use? Or what do we want to find with Skyla, basically? I will take... Well, we need more energy to be able to do some damage. So let's grab the Professor's Letter. Grab 2 basics. We'll put 1 onto our Pheromosa-GX, of course. What I could do is, after this Pheromosa falls this very turn, I can send up Lurantis, possibly to take a hit. How many tools do I have? Items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're doing 120 with their Trashalanche. Okay, Skyla finding that nice gold rim secret rare switch card. That's going to hit me for a fair amount of damage. 90. Why not? We'll get the confusion off. Let's go, Pheromosa-GX. Now, what does that attack do again? Full burst. 30 damage times the amount of energy attached to that Pokemon, so it's going to do 90. Alright, another random receiver. We got Wally. That don't help us in this situation, sadly. But let's put this on to Pheromosa-GX to do some extra damage. We're going to Cruel Spike. 110 and Confusion. So if they do Ninja Boy, their Tauros-GX that comes in is going to be confused, so we have a slight chance to pull through. Slight chance. Very slight. They could also possibly, if they have a full heal or Pokemon Center Lady, something like that, they could just retreat as well. They'd be hitting me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 140. Ow. I don't like Trashalanche. It's crazy. Oh no, they're healing. So we're going to do 140 to take this thing down, and we only did 110 last time. Alright, so they're down to 20, so 170 remaining. And do 100 with the Beauty-GX, plus 30, plus 1, so 150, not quite enough. But I can confuse again, which is kind of our only chance. Ah, the spike is cruel, is it not? You got another one of them Pokemon Center ladies in there, huh? You ain't got it. Of course, if you send up your Garbodor, that's the knockout. Because I've only got 110 remaining, and you're going to do 120. Called it! And, oh! I got some more cards. Because my hand was not helping me at all. So you go down to 4, I go up to 6. You gotta say Wally. Fighting Fury Belt added to the Mewtwo. Alright, alright. You're doing okay. 2 prizes left. Whatever. We will drop Lurantis. We will... What else will we do? I don't want to use any more items. They're already doing 130, or sorry, 140. They can one-hit KO a lot of my stuff. Can we play Olivia? I might as well. If they want to take some prizes, I've only got 1 left. How fair is that? How did I lose 2 already? I'm not even paying attention. Whatever. I already won the first match. I don't care. Play the puzzle of time. Look at this. We got nothing useful. Let's grab that. This is a throwaway match. Go ahead. 160 damage now. You ain't got it. You can't take me. Look, I'm losing to someone playing How. Actually, I like How. How is a decent card. People say that he's not, but you're gaining 3 cards, right? Hey, you just gave me a whole fresh hand. I can wally up into so many things. Mewtwo coming back up? No, he is not. Just going for the knockout on our poor Lurantis. But let's check this out. This is what I should have been able to do turn 1 if the game decided to allow me to. I'm going to Nest Ball. We'll get a Fomantis down. Assuming this was turn 1, I can then play Wally and get... Not you. I want the Lurantis. And if I had an energy card, I could hit for a decent amount, but I don't. Now, does the opponent just go for the knockout? Because they can do that with the Mewtwo, I believe. Or can they? I guess we're about to find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, they could have knocked me out with the Trashalanche, actually. That's mean. What does that one even do again? Oh, it's just not affected by weakness or effects on the other Pokemon. Anyway, we're halfway through that challenge to get some more tokens. That's something at least. But that is sort of the rundown of our Pheromosa-GX deck, which I have called Beautiful Beast. Might not be the last time we see Pheromosa-GX on the channel, because I have sort of an idea eventually trying to make a deck of all the Ultra Beasts and see if it could work. That's something like kind of far off in the distance, though. We still have other Pokemon GX to show up. We still have more Ultra Beasts. And starting with Ultra Prism, I want to get back to doing more of these TCG Online videos. I want to try to get 2 videos per week. I've said before, I've gotten myself all wrapped up. In fact, let's take a look here. We'll go for the Ultra Prism, and I think we can check these out. Where are you at? They've changed the way this looks. How do I choose... Can I not choose Ultra Beast? Oh no, right here, okay. Wait, I don't want Ultra Beast. What am I thinking of? Pokemon GX, that's what I want to look up. Alright, we have none from Ultra Prism, but by clicking this old checkbox, we can see all the Pokemon GX. So, when I first started doing this channel, a lot of people subscribed because they like Pokemon TCG content, and admittedly, around Christmas time, things got all wrapped up with all the new stuff coming out in Pokemon Go. So I also had 2 series going at the same time. We had Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and Ultra Sun. I just did not have time to get everything done, and I apologize, but I allowed Pokemon TCG Online to sort of fall by the wayside. But I also realized along the way, when I first started doing videos, I wanted to show you guys new ideas from the Pokemon trading card game. Not just like, look, you've got a Glaceon-GX, which hurts really bad, it's got a super ability, it's an amazing card, but it's a GX, you know, right? And, well, even going back further, let's talk about Pokemon EX. They were all basic Pokemon, except for the Mega Evolutions. I found it not my favorite kind of thing, the fact that, like, the first EX that I got was a Blastoise EX out of a Pokemon X and Y booster pack. When I saw that, and I thought it was basic, first I was looking over the card thinking, where does it say Evolve from Wartortle? And then I saw the word basic, and I was like, you mean I can play Blastoise right down? Because I hadn't played Pokemon TCG for quite some time, so X and Y is when I first got back into it after a long hiatus. And it kind of blew my mind that you have a fully evolved Pokemon right there on your bench. You don't even need to evolve into it. In a way, I thought that was neat, but I felt like it's taking away from the journey, you know? I like the fact that each match feels like you're going through a journey with your Pokemon, like an adventure. You start off with your Squirtle, next turn you can get them into a Wartortle, final turn you get a Blastoise, you can use all the power of Blastoise at that point. But the Pokemon EX being basics, I felt I want to stray away from that, because that's not my favorite thing, because you don't evolve into them. But when Pokemon GX came out, I realized, you know what? It's a stage 1. You need to get an Eevee in play, and then evolve into your Glaceon-GX, or Leafeon-GX, or whatever it is. And I really like that. But the other thing is, there are some Pokemon GX that are still basic. So I realized by focusing on primarily the Pokemon GX and making decks out of them, I'm still kind of doing what I didn't want to do with Pokemon EX. So all this rambling has a point. What I want to do is start doing possibly 2 videos of Pokemon TCG Online every week from now on. I will show off a deck featuring a creative idea using the Pokemon GX from the current expansion, whatever it happens to be at the time. But I also want to have a second video showing the lesser Pokemon from each set. Ones that, you know, maybe a cool idea I come up with you might not expect. Like, what would be a good example? Oh, like when I had Marowak Break, and that was another thing, I was using Break Evolutions for the main thing, but they were kind of like the Pokemon GX are now, you know? They were super powered, but you had to evolve into them. But, you know, it was Marowak Break doing more damage by knocking out my own Milotic with the ability of... I forget, but it had an ability that you choose to, you know, manually knock out your own Milotic, force the opponent to take a prize card. Marowak Break then does 40 more with its Bone and Revenge attack. So the lesser Pokemon can have good strategies and some possible competitive viability to them if you trust in them and if you put enough thought process behind what they can do in conjunction with other cards. So I want to get back to showing off creative ideas like that. So I remember I was asking you folks before if you want me to focus on just the top tier stuff or creative ideas, and you guys actually at the time said you wanted the creative ideas. So I do want to try to show off both. And as a YouTuber, I got to look at the numbers and stuff and say, you know, so what videos perform well, which ones perform worse, or, you know, which are better. And you guys seem to prioritize, or not prioritize exactly, but you find the Pokemon TCG videos, I think, a little bit more engaging because they tend to have more views and more engagement from you folks. So I want to give you guys what you want to see, and I think the numbers tell me Pokemon TCG is kind of what you want to check out here on the channel. So all this rambling being said, I apologize for the long hiatus from Pokemon TCG Online, but with Ultra Prism, I want to get back into it, aiming for 2 videos each week, one featuring a Pokemon GX, and if you have a suggestion for which one you want to see, let me know down in the comments below. I can't immediately, you know, answer all those requests because it comes down to can I get my hands, my virtual hands, on the cards to make a deck out of. But if you want to see some non-Pokemon GX strategies, let me know who you want to see as well. And if you have any ideas for your own strategies, feel free to send them my way, and I can try to recreate the deck that you guys are using and show it off to the best of my abilities. But I guess that's going to be a wrap for today's Pokemon TCG Online video, our first back into it for 2018, just before Ultra Prism comes out. So stay tuned for tomorrow, which I'm hoping to have up the Pokemon TCG Ultra Prism Day 1 coverage of my first day's experience of the set. Of course, Day 2 for it being on sale. But stay tuned for that as I make my own sort of a pre-release deck of 10 booster packs of new cards and see what kind of cool ideas I can come up with from just what I get from those 10 packs. And I guess that's going to be it. So if you want to see some more Pokemon TCG online content, you can always check out the links during the... the link in the description to the full playlist. You can also check out some more links to other videos on my channel during the outro. But you can also subscribe for some more daily Pokemon content from Professor Chaz, including more Pokemon TCG online coming up in the future. But I guess there's not much more to be said. Hello, Heat Rotom. You've been on screen for a long time there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're happy we're getting back into Pokemon TCG on the channel. And with all that being said, Professor Chaz is signing off, and I missed my hat. I will catch you next time.